Former Hearts captain Michael Stewart and Aberdeen legend Willie Miller here to make sense of it all over the next 50 minutes or so. And both our guests were at a sold-out Tynecastle today. Aberdeen aiming to extend their incredible 100% record at the start of this season, while Hearts were looking for a return to form in front of the home faithful. Watching for us was Liam McLeod.
Robbie Neilson is without the suspended Oshaniwa today and drops Nicholson, McCurdy and Swanson to the bench. Augustine returns for the first time since week 2, and there's a first start of the season for Miguel Pallardo. Johnny Hayes is banned for Aberdeen, so his place goes to Peter Pollitt. Goodwillie is preferred to top scorer Rooney, with Logan restored at right back. Paul Quinn is also back, with Shinnie moving into midfield. McGinn takes the free kick. It's Goodwillie's header, it's gone in! Neil Alexander couldn't get there, and somehow it squirmed away from the Hearts goalkeeper. Goodwillie's first of the season, and the league leaders lead at Tynecastle. And again it's an assist from Niall McGinn. He can see what it means to Goodwillie, that's for sure. It's Jamie Walker back in the starting lineup for Hearts today. Such an important player for them. It's Jacks up and under for McGinn. Augustine out there to meet him. McGinn shrugging him off. He's away from Patterson as well. Brilliant! What a goal! What a goal from Niall McGinn! His manager rightly applauds. This was superb. Niall McGinn doubling the Aberdeen lead. Took Augustine out like he wasn't there. Shuffled away from Patterson, and the finish was excellent too. Majestic from the Ulsterman, and Aberdeen's lead goes from 1 to 2. And that long wait for a victory against Hearts here might be coming to an end. So, it was a good turn. I feel Hearts need the next goal in this one. Boivin, shout for handball against Logan. Shea Logan, who made his debut at this stadium against St Johnstone in the League Cup semi-final over a year ago. Walker's ball, away by Shinnie. Goodwillie wins it. And that's Pollitt, out to Niall McGinn. First half stoppage time. It's McGinn, and he's away from his man again, and he's found Goodwillie, who may well finish it now! It's 3-0! An astonishing scoreline in the capital. Aberdeen might have just put this game to bed, and we're not even at half-time. Another sumptuous counter-attack, and it's McGinn with another assist, and Goodwillie with another goal. That's a difficult one. Danny Ward was committed there, the Aberdeen goalkeeper has smashed Wanma to the ground. It's just yellow. Didn't look particularly dangerous with that long ball, but it was enough to cause panic. It's a chance for Ali Mozturk here, more than capable. He went the low road. Bit of pinball, it's Osman Sow. The challenger was Considine. Not a great free kick. You could see what he was trying to do, Ozturk. I think Considine did enough to put Sow off. Ryan Jack. Out-muscled there by Pallardo, who did well. Wins it back for Hearts, who are on the move here. Juanma slips it to Walker. It's Jamie Walker! And again, Danny Ward, who's only conceded 2 goals in the league this season. One to Motherwell, one to Celtic, and one of those was a penalty. Saves from Walker. It's the sub Nicholson's corner kick. It's Rossi! They have one back! And this is early enough in the second half to suggest Hearts could yet get back into this. It's certainly given them a platform, and it's Igor Rossi up from the back, capitalising on Taylor's failed clearance. Shinnie. What a lovely ball for Peter Pollitt! Well, Alexander saved, but Pollitt should have put Aberdeen 4-1 up there. Shinnie's throw to Goodwillie. He's put himself about and he might be in here. It'll break back to Niall McGinn. Great save, Alexander, but another huge opportunity is spurned by Aberdeen to really bury Hearts. But McGinn, who's been exceptional today, saw his effort saved. Time the enemy for Nielsen and Crawford and Cole. It's Patterson! It took a deflection. Danny Ward looked beaten. Callum Patterson looks to the heavens. It's an awkward watch for Craig Levein, the director of football here. In comes the free kick, off an Aberdeen head. It was Ryan Jack. Surely if there were any doubters left, they now know Aberdeen are the real deal.
Today I had no issues at all with the players' work rate, with their attitude, with their willingness to go and help each other and morale. It was just the focus. You know, we switched off 3 times, first half, those goals. And at this level, you have to be on it 90 minutes.
It was always probably one that people from outside looking in would have thought that might be the one that they trip up on. But we needed a good performance and good individual performances, and I thought we had enough of them today.
Simply stunning from Aberdeen. 8 wins out of 8. And Michael, if we live in a world where Japan can beat South Africa at the Rugby World Cup, surely Aberdeen can win the Premiership title.
Oh, of course they can. You know, they're top of the table. They're flying high. They've not lost a point. I don't think they will, but I definitely think that they've improved from last year. And there was a good stage in the season. They took it a long way where they gave Celtic a real challenge. And looking at them this year, I think that they've got a good chance of running Celtic even closer than they did last year. Well,
even by Aberdeen's high standards this season, that first half was hugely impressive. And Derek McInnes he's doing incredible things this season.
No, absolutely. I think not just this season. I think he's built this squad up over a period of time. They do have important players, and none more so than Niall McGinn. It's all about delivery here. Goodwillie's movement is very good. You can see him, going forward, then dipping back out it. But it's McGinn that makes the difference in the game. He hit top form, no doubt, this afternoon.
This was a stunning goal from a layman's point of view. Certainly, it was a great goal to watch.
Well, I mean, he's done fabulously well, and then a little dip of the shoulder there to send Callum Patterson the wrong way, and then the finish is just clinical. And this one too, he knows exactly what he's trying to do in wrong footing the defender, and then the delivery into Goodwillie as well. Superb, and a fabulous finish too.
It was a good composed finish for Goodwillie, but from a Hearts perspective, you're looking at all 3 goals there and you're thinking they're all very much avoidable.
You were horrified by the Hearts defending, basically.
And I'm pretty sure that Robbie Nielsen was horrified as well. You look at the first goal and you say to yourself, defending, it's like a corner. You've got to do better. Neil Alexander will know himself that he could have done better to stop it going in the goal. The second goal was terrible from start to finish. The ball goes back to Ryan Jack, and you've got one player too deep. You've got 3 defenders higher up the park. And then when it goes into the corner, Augustine's just got to hold him, keep him there. And Callum Patterson's jogging back. And then he comes into the box, and you're saying in layman's terms it's a great goal for Aberdeen. Yeah, it was, but it was a terrible goal for Hearts. Callum Patterson sold himself in the second goal as well.
Selection-wise and tactically, Michael, did Robbie Nielsen get it wrong today?
Yeah, I think, there's not a great deal that he can do about the defensive performances individually. They were poor today. But in the final third, I think, where Hearts are, a real strength and a threat to the opposition, I think he set up with Wanma and Riley in the wide areas. And Nicholson came on at half-time and made a difference. But you see in these clips, the areas that he takes up, far too often it's not in the wide area. You see Walker here drifting in off the line. OK, he's going to link up and look to get involved. Then it goes out the other side, but look where Nicholson is. Look at the space in those wide areas, at both full-back areas. That's where you need to exploit the opposition, especially at Tynecastle, where the pitch is tight and narrow. If you're going to get any joy out of the game, you need to get in the wide areas. But yet again, you see Jamie Walker there, too tight, too narrow, and it makes it easier for Aberdeen to defend. They've got so many bodies in there that it's very difficult to break them down when your wide guys aren't giving you that width.
Huge credit to Aberdeen for this performance, but in terms of Robbie Nielsen, it is 3 defeats on the bounce now. It's the first real test for him, Willie, isn't it? And then he's got Celtic next weekend and then Kilmarnock in the League Cup midweek, of course.
Yeah, well, it is. You know, and I think he has definitely got issues with the defending, and it's about organisation as well. Yeah, that there was individual mistakes from a defensive point of view, but they were too open at times as well. You know, they didn't hold the line particularly well. They got themselves exposed, and to lose a goal, the third goal just before half-time as well, is criminal too, you know, and you could just see the organisation wasn't there. So I think Robbie's a young manager that, you know, the commitment of Hearts were very good. I thought that, you know, he got the commitment out of the team, but the organisation wasn't right.
We have to talk more about Aberdeen because it is simply stunning. 8 wins out of 8 games. I mean, no side's done that since Hearts did it under George Burley 10 years ago, and
I don't think Derek McInnes is going to be getting sacked, though, mind you. I think,
I can imagine.
I think things are definitely not going to happen.
I know last weekend, Willie, you weren't getting carried away. Are you getting a bit more carried away now?
No, I mean, I think Aberdeen have improved this season. They were a very good team last season. They're better this season. They've got strength and depth. And the difference now, after that Celtic result, is they've got belief. And that showed today. I mean, Tynecastle's a really difficult place to go. I've been there and I've played under these circumstances where it's a hostile environment. But they're a very good side. They're taking it in their stride, and they keep winning games, and that's a sign.
I think the big thing is, of course it is. But, you know, Willie mentions there the belief, and I think that's the big thing. That last year they had a really good, consistent period, but the big game when it came to it against Celtic, they didn't perform poorly, but they didn't get the results. They got that result last week. They've got this one at Tynecastle. They can't help but believe that they can, you know, go out every week and get results now.
It's going to take quite a lot to get you carried away, isn't it, Will?
Yes, I don't get carried away easily, Jonathan.